Hi, Mark Reedy here. Just wanted to quickly go over a few of the updates that we've included in versions 4.5, and some of these were actually made available in 4.5.00 and then all the way up through 4.5.04. So first one is we've added repair codes fields to the work order, labor, and parts screens so that you can better categorize costs when multiple categories are done in a work order. And we also added a list of 15 repair codes that you can add to later if you need more than the 15, or you have some other repair codes that you want to put in there. So I'll go ahead and show you this real quick. I've got an existing work order, and here's the repair code drop down now for the labor items. You can see 1 through 15, and for this particular one, we're just going to choose tires. I'm going to do a save and close. And then over here on parts and materials used, we have the same drop down for repair codes at the bottom. We can see that this particular part is a cab item. It's a seatbelt. So we'll just save and close that. So that's where the repair codes can be added to the work order so that you can categorize and find out costs in reporting for different repair codes and categories. And we've also added a report underneath all equipment reports called Repair Codes Cost Per Mile Per Hour Report. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. And we'll cancel and close out of this. Go up to Reports, All Equipment Reports. And then I'm just going to hold over this to show everything. And we have Repair Codes Cost Per Mile Per Hour Report for repair codes. So this allows you to select specific repair code and then find out how many dollars you spent, and then what your cost per mile was on that particular repair code for any date range that you want to choose. So we're going to go back on this to 2011 because this date is a little bit older, and I'm not sure what we have here for. I'm just going to go ahead and choose all the equipment in this list. Go ahead and preview the report. Okay, now we can see here that for this equipment number 059, we had a beginning odometer reading starting in 2011 at 1/4/2011 of 65911, and then an ending odometer reading, the last one put in there was 7/18/2012, which is July 18th, 2012, of 214,785. And so we have for the engine, we have repair code for labor was $225, and the repair code parts totals were $4,240.80. For repair code total cost for the engine, for repair code type engine, was $4465.80. Now, if I had had more entries of different pieces of equipment, they would all show on this list, and then at the bottom you have the grand total for what you've spent on the engine repair code for the entire fleet for that date range that we entered. So hopefully that makes sense for you, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so we've added a new report also underneath work orders in more reports called All Work Orders Repair Code Totals by Repair Code. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Close this out, cancel out of that, go to Reports, and then More Reports. Change this to Work Orders. And we're going to look for the All Work Orders Repair Code Totals by Repair Code. So it's that one right there. So now on this report, if I don't put in the repair code, and repair code is the 2 digits or 2 characters on to the left of the dash on the drop down that you saw in the when we were actually in the work orders. So I could choose the repair code here if I wanted to, or I can just leave that blank, and I can leave the date range and everything else blank and just show you the whole fleet. So I'm going to go ahead and click preview on that. So this shows us now here it's grouped together, and we can see repair code tires, and you can see how much has been spent on tires for this date, or for this date range, which is all time for this fleet. And then we can see here what we spent on the engines, And if we just go down here, and there's our grand total for repair code engine. And then for chassis, we have that here, and chassis, we have cab, and so forth. So it gives you an idea of what that report looks like. And let's see which other ones we have here. So we also added a new report under work orders in more reports called work orders total costs by repair code. So that's a little bit simplified version of this report. So I'm going to close this down, and then we're going to go down to total costs by repair code here, and I'm not going to choose a date range or a repair code, and I'm just going to click preview, and now you can see here your totals for each repair code, and then the number of work orders that were included in that total, your grand totals over here, and for each repair code, and then the grand totals for the entire report. And the next one is we've added a drop-down list maintenance for repair codes. So if we come back over to close this out, go up here to forms, and then drop down list maintenance, you're going to see one called repair codes. And here's where you can edit these repair codes, and you can add more repair codes if you want to. You can see the top field is the 2-digit field, and that is a character field actually, so we've entered them in there for you with a leading 0 so that it sorts properly. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be adding 3-digit or 4-digit repair codes and you want them to sort, then you're going to need to put leading zeros in. So for example, if you're going to be going up to 100 or 200 series, then in these ones that are double digits, then you might want to add an extra 0 in there so that they are triple digits instead of just double digits. So it'd be 001, 002, you get 10, it'd be 010, and so forth. And let's see what the next one is. So we've added a work orders, we've added the work orders list under the forms menu to allow you to see all work orders in one sortable list, and it will show you, it'll show you the completed, non-completed, all, and then ones without the default sales tax rate charged. So let's go ahead and show you that. And we're going to click on forms, and then work orders list right here, and that gives you all the work orders in the system, and it's showing you all right here. And then you can also change that to see only the pending work orders, and it shows you your total number that you're viewing right now down at the bottom. And then it could show you all the completed ones, and then it shows you all the ones with a non-default sales tax rate. And we're going to go back up here to show you all. It doesn't really matter, I can show you any of these lists, and then each of these lists are sortable by the column at the top. So we can choose date requested, date completed, all the descriptions, and this short description is actually a combination of the top three short descriptions in a work order. Labor charge, you can just sort by any of these columns, and once you've found the work order you're looking for, if you double click on it, you can bring that work order up right from that screen without having to go to a piece of equipment to find the work order. You can just bring it up straight from the work orders list, and you can edit this, you can add to it, and do everything you can on a work order that you grabbed from the equipment tab. Alright, and let's see what else we got here. Okay, so we're going to show you another report called all work orders with non-default sales tax charged. So let's go back into, we'll cancel this and close out of this list. Go into reports, more reports, and then work orders, and then down towards the bottom, all orders with non-default sales tax charge. I can just click preview there, and that'll give you a list for each piece of equipment, all of the work orders that were not charged the default sales tax. So if you've made a mistake on your entries and didn't charge the default sales tax for some reason, this will allow you to find those orders and go back in and fix them the way you want them to be fixed. And let's see what else we got here. We got one more to go. So we've added, we added an edit button to the parts inventory screen to help prevent accidental overwriting of current parts in inventory. So if you go to forms and then parts inventory. And you'll see here at the bottom we've added an edit button. So without doing the edit button, if we just start typing, nothing happens. And the reason we've added this sort of a safety feature is because we found out that some people would bring up a part and then they would think they were adding a new part and just start typing into the part number, which was overwriting the old part number. And you can see here how this Toyota is linked to this particular part. So if somebody started typing over this part number, the Toyota would still be linked to it because it's linked by an underlying ID number for this particular record, not by this part number that you see. So they could change the part number here and it would still be linked to the Toyota, even though Toyota didn't actually use this new part number that they might have typed in. And also we've changed the add a new part feature so that the scroll wheel does not, so somebody can't accidentally scroll back to a previously viewed part and start typing over an existing part the way I just kind of showed you in the edit there. So if I go back here to look at a particular part here, if I click the edit button, it's asking me, am I sure I want to edit? I'm going to say yes, and now I can change the information I need to change. The quantity on hand, for example. And then once that's done, I click update, and that locks it again so that you can't type over anything else. And that's it for this update. Hopefully that's been helpful for you, and thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one. Take care.